Welcome back. Better Than a Let's Play episode 12. I'm Enigmius, and today we have a very short episode, relatively speaking, because we've got a project, start to finish, completely finished for once we actually completely finish a project, the same episode where we started. I mentioned in a previous episode that I wanted to build a bridge from the landmass where my central towers are across to the desert that you can see off in the background there, because I spend a lot of time over there harvesting sand and glass with the heat shovel. Having the bridge meant I didn't have to do the swimming thing across, and I didn't have to burn energy in my suit to fly across. It's just, I'm not really getting a lot of utility out of this suit, the modular power suit right now, because I go through more energy than I'm able to recharge. So this is actually a huge benefit to me, having a bridge where I can just run across. Saves a certain amount of time, and it's much simpler and easier than the swimming or the flying kind of shenanigan. Now, it took me a little while to kind of figure out exactly how I wanted to work this, because a bridge like this is one of those projects that it's very easy to oversimplify it to the point where we get a nice looking bridge. We can do, like, you know, a couple steps up and then flat all the way across, and a couple steps down, pop some wooden rails on there, maybe some torches. Done. Bob's your uncle. But in terms of the way that I like to build things, talking about difficulty on the forums and things like that, I like to get a little bit more involved and try and challenge myself to do things that I haven't done before, or do things better than I've done them before. And this is definitely one of those cases. So what I've decided to do is revisit the microblocks. I finally got all of the corner details on the central towers, and I was a little bit concerned about performance issues, overusing the microblocks, and some of the performance issues that might arise as a result of that. In this case, I decided, you know what, to hell with it. I've got this idea, and you can see now sort of just how fine the detail is as the bridge is sloping up, and that's from using the microblocks. And what the Forge multi-part microblocks allow us to do is stack the different thicknesses of microblocks on top of one another, so that we can get incredibly fine detail control down to 1/8 of a block in thickness, and carry that on sort of, you know, wherever we want to put it. It's a little bit harder to do it with, you know, detailed tight curves, repeated tight curves. But in this case, where we're doing this slow, gradual curve over this body of water, this worked out as well as I could have possibly hoped for it to. Now, you can see what I'm doing now is I'm messing around with some more of the microblocks. These are the columns, I think, the thicker ones that are cut vertically, to try and come up with some sort of rail design that would match the rest of the theme of the bridge. And unfortunately, I wasn't successful. But one of the issues that I came up with, you can see here, just doing a quick pan across so that you can see the contour of the top of the bridge as I'm getting ready to start doing the bottom of it. I used quarried stone in the back there, just specifically so that you could see a little bit better contrast, so that you could see exactly how that curve is working. And from that, putting that quarried stone there, I got an idea for the rail, so that the bridge just didn't look right without a rail. It didn't look right with, you know, the other microblocks that I was using. And because of the way these guys stack together, you can't just put a normal wooden rail flat on the bridge. It would be above or below, and the occasional one where it intersected just a whole block, you would get it flat on. It just wouldn't look right. So I had to come up with another idea for the rail, and what I came up with was just do it a full block wide. I didn't have to worry about microblocks to make the rail look dainty or anything like that, and then have it follow the same contour as the bridge itself. So you can see how it's going in there. It's a full block wide. The bottom of the rail follows the exact contour of the underside of the bridge, so that if you're under the bridge looking up, you can't tell where the rail ends and the bridge deck begins. And then across the top of the bridge, doing the same thing, only in this case, it's following the contour of the bridge, but the rail is higher up than the surface of the bridge itself. So we end up with this very smooth, gentle, elegant curve, and this is probably about the best angle that I could come up with to show it off. And it's not time consuming, it's not materials intensive, it's not hard to do. It's actually very, very simple to do. It takes a little while to get oriented with the microblocks and how they go together and things of that nature, just the mechanics of it, where to click to make a block go where you want it to go. Once you've got that, it's no more difficult than working with the regular cube blocks. And what we end up with is something that I'm actually very, very happy with. I couldn't have been more happy with it for what it is. I mean, it is still just a bridge, but you can see I threw some torches on there to keep it at least partially lit at night, and then we'll just kind of take a look around. It doesn't look like something out of Minecraft because of that detail, that fine 1/8 of a block detail. And then you compare it to the towers off in the background. We've got the corner wraps all done. Very, very happy with it. And then I thought, okay, well, that's not a very long episode, so what else can I add? And I realized, you know what, I don't need to add anything. This is the kind of project that we like to do, quick, easy, but really, really cool, with techniques that you can apply elsewhere. Do whatever you want with them. Have a lot of fun. So leave your comments and feedback below. Subscribe and or follow me on the Twitter so you're notified when I add new videos at Enigmius1. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.